Chiamaka and Ekene were just teenagers when they decided to get married. They believed their love was strong enough to overcome any obstacle, but little did they know what life had in store for them. Their wedding was a small, simple affair. Friends and family gathered to celebrate their union, offering blessings for a long and happy life together. At first, everything seemed perfect. They moved into a small hut and began building their life together. But as the days passed, the challenges of married life began to emerge. It wasn't long before their first argument erupted. Small disagreements quickly turned into bigger conflicts, and they found themselves drifting apart. As time went on, financial struggles began to weigh heavily on them. The boy couldn't find steady work, and the girl's small income wasn't enough to support them both. Despite their struggles, they were blessed with a child. But the arrival of the baby only added to their burdens, as they struggled to provide for their growing family. As the years passed, the love that once brought them together began to fade. They found themselves arguing more often, and the distance between them grew wider. In his loneliness, Ekene sought comfort elsewhere. He began an affair with another woman in the village, a scandal that would soon shake their community. It wasn't long before Chiamaka discovered the affair. Her heartbreak was immense, and she confronted Ekene in a fit of rage. News of the affair spread quickly through the village. People whispered behind their backs, and the once respected couple became the subject of scandal and ridicule. Chiamaka gave Ekene an ultimatum: end the affair and commit to their family or leave for good. Ekene, torn between his responsibilities and his desires, was faced with a difficult choice. In the end, Ekene chose to stay, but the damage had been done. Their marriage was never the same, and the love they once shared was now tainted by betrayal. Life continued, but the struggles never ceased. Their financial difficulties worsened, and the constant stress took its toll on their health and happiness. A few years later, they welcomed a second child, but instead of bringing them closer, it only added to their growing list of responsibilities and worries. The final blow came when Ekene lost his job. With no income and mounting debts, the stress became unbearable, and their marriage was pushed to the brink. In his desperation, Ekene returned to the arms of the woman he once had an affair with. The rekindling of the relationship was a devastating blow to Chiamaka, who felt utterly betrayed. Chiamaka discovered the affair once more and confronted Ekene. This time, she was not just hurt, but enraged. She demanded answers and threatened to leave, taking the children with her. Word of the rekindled affair spread quickly through the village, and the scandal shook the community. Villagers whispered about the couple, and Chiamaka was humiliated by the public betrayal. As Chiamaka began to contemplate leaving Ekene, she started feeling unwell. A late period and morning sickness made her suspect she was pregnant again. The thought of another child, especially in such a tumultuous marriage, filled her with dread. In a final act of desperation, Ekene sought revenge on those who had gossiped about him and ruined his reputation. He confronted the village leaders, demanding respect and threatening to leave with his family, causing even more division within the community. Chiamaka couldn't bear the thought of bringing another child into this broken marriage. As the weight of her potential pregnancy grew heavier, she made a heart-wrenching decision. She would leave Ekene, taking the children and starting anew far from the village and its painful memories. When Ekene returned home to find Chiamaka gone, panic set in. He searched the village frantically, but she was nowhere to be found. Realizing what he had lost, he fell to his knees, overwhelmed with regret and despair. As the villagers whispered about Chiamaka's sudden disappearance, a new scandal rocked the community. It was revealed that Ekene had not only rekindled his affair, but had fathered a child with the other woman. The betrayal was complete, and the village was left in shock, divided between those who sympathized with Chiamaka and those who condemned Ekene. If you wish to hear more stories like this, where mystery and magic intertwine, remember to subscribe to African Mystic Folktales. where every story is a doorway to another world.